Hello, well, that was a weird move. Hello, Monday. Hello, everybody. Let's do some yoga. I got a story. This story is not my story. I'll try to make it mine, but it's not. It's nowhere near my story. But it's a cool story, and it has to do with meditation, so it'll be kind of brief. So this guy, he found this meditation teacher who was in another part of maybe another part of the country than him. So he wanted to go and study with him for like a month. So he goes and he rents this like apartment that is above like a repair shop or something. I don't know, some like there's some area. And he goes and he gets his instructions from his meditation teacher. And then most of the time is spent at this apartment that he rented, meditating or trying to meditate, and then he has to go report back to his teacher. But it turns out that the place that he rented was above a motorcycle repair shop. So all day long while he's trying to meditate, he's hearing all these motorcycle engines and like banging and clanging. And he goes to his teacher, and he's like so kind of frustrated with himself and so broken by this, like, because he can't meditate because all this constant noise, and he thinks that he should be above the noise. And he says to the teacher in tears, I don't know what to do. I have a apartment above this motorcycle repair shop. I try to meditate all day, and there's all these constant noise. He's like just going on and on about this to the team. The teacher's just sitting there listening, and then he stops, and the teacher says, why don't you move? And that is it. Thank you for coming. Let's move. Let's stand. Feet a bit apart. Distance hips or shoulders. Tight core. Thumbs out maybe. Let's move the fingers a little bit. Just a tiny bit here. I forgot, there's something I want to do. Let's hop. Let's hopping around a little bit. If you're on the second or third floor, there's people underneath you can just kind of go back and forth in place. I'm on the first floor, so I can really get hopping. It won't be that much hopping. But it's nice to be conscious of our neighbors. Holding the core still, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, nice and slow, just a little more hopping. All right, great. Feet apart, like I said earlier. I'm going back to this. Shake the hands a little bit. And we try not to move the hips too much. They'll move some. We're going to swing side to side with the arms today. And the head can go with that too, just a little bit. Just the whole upper part of the body moving from side to side. Good, so let's come on all the way around. Right hand grabs left hip. Left hand comes around the back, tries to get a hold of the shirt or just even the back of the hand outside of the left hip. Stand up tall, the left shoulder's pulling back, so then we gently look back with the shoulder. Great, let's swing it out some more. All right, other side, all the way around. And we look back and we stand up tall. Good, stay standing. I'm gonna bring closer, but bring the right hand out, bring that shoulder down, and then grab the fingers and pull back. And we'll breathe here. We're not fighting too much, just a little bit of tension in the fingers, or it's actually in the wrist and forearm. Long, deliberate breath in and out of the nose. Excellent, let's do the other side. We'll pull back. And again, that shoulder wants to come up, bring it on down. Good. And this one again, right arm up, down the back. We grab the elbow, push the head back into the arm. If you're extremely flexible, you could come around and grab the hands together. Even here, we're sitting up tall and we're trying to look straight forward because the tightness of the shoulder is going to try to push us down. We're going to push against that. Great. Let's do the other side. Left arm up and then down the back. And right arm grabs the elbow, head pushes back. We're going to breathe here, hold the core, breathing in the nose. Nice and deliberate. Excellent. So, feet together, big toes touching, ankles a bit apart, which will be more useful later, but it's a good practice. Every time we stand with the toes together, the ankles are apart. We're going to breathe in and reach up. We're going to breathe out and forward fold. Keep the legs straight. Hands either on the shin or the floor. Look up. Forward fold again. Let's come back up, reaching out and up. We'll come down through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up and we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up. And we forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart. Oh, whoa. Back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up and we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart. We're holding the core. Breath in through the nose as we reach up. Forward folding, again, fingers low. We look up, and we forward fold. Back up. This is the one. Down through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, we forward fold again. We look up, and from here, we step back to the top of push-up, which we'll call plank. Either way. Tighten the core. Try to make a straight line, crown of the head to the heels. We're going to hold tight core, tight legs. You could either just drop down, you could put the knees down, or you could lower down slow for strength. So go ahead and roll forward, up dog, legs tight, and down dog, feet 2 fists apart as we look at them. We're going to bend the right leg, push the opposite heel towards down, walking a little bit, moving, watching the knees move. Good. On the first one, I like to walk up. You could jump if you like to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low. We look up. We forward fold. Come on all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. We're going to push into the earth and circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. We look up. We step back. Top of tight plank. Lower or drop, up dog, legs tight, and down dog, pulling up and back. Good. Up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. At your own rhythm, breathing with the movement, or even staying still and breathing, which is what I'm going to do for a little bit of the last part of this. Looking at knees or navel. Hands wide, top of the mat, middle finger straight forward, hands a distance of the shoulders, fingers wide. Good. Walk or jump, top of the mat, toes together, straight legs. We look up. We forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart. We push into the earth. We circle back up, breath in. Breathing out, forward folding again. We look up, we step back, top of push-up. Hold everything tight and lower down. Up dog and down dog and nice. Remember, you're welcome to rest anytime you like. Otherwise, we're looking at the knees or core. Breath is in the nose. Good. Walk or jump, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. Come on up. We're going to intertwine all the fingers and turn the palms to the ceiling and take the feet apart. So thumbs up higher, pinkies down lower, fingers are interlaced, palms facing the ceiling. We're going to lean over to the right. Excellent. We're going to lean over to the left. Good. Back to center. Let's push the walls out. Try not to move the hips. We're going to turn and look to the right. We'll hold here tonight a little bit. We don't always do that. And over to the other side. We'll hold here. Great. Back to center. Feet back together. Big toes touching, ankles not touching. Let the knees fall together as you sit in chair with the arms straight up. And this is about the same. We'll come up, we forward fold. We look up. We step back again, top of push-up. We lower down, drop down, up dog, legs tight, and down dog. Warrior one, right side, right foot steps, left foot turns out. Leg bent in the front, knee over the ankle, back foot 90, 45 degrees, flat on the mat. Arms up. For me, I do like to reach that left arm forward. It's optional. Just want the chest facing the front of space. Excellent. Touch the ceiling. And again, hands back down, step back. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. And left side, step in, right foot turns out. Back up. I'm going to reach my right arm forward. I don't need it as much on this side, but I like to do things equal. We're going to breathe. Great. Touch the ceiling again. And yes, hands back down, stepping back. Lower or drop. Up dog and down dog. And nice. We stay here, breathing, feet 2 fists apart. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold, feet and knees sitting in chair and standing. Let's do a few more. Sit in chair again. Out breath, we come up into the forward fold. We look up, we step back, top push up again. We'll lower down, up dog, down dog, right side, warrior one, back up, arms up, hands in prayer above the head, looking up if possible. We'll take a couple breaths here. Great. Hands back down, step back, lower down, up dog, down dog, left side, step in, back up. Warrior one with the hands in prayer, looking up, pushing into the outside edge of the back foot, which is the right one. Great. Hands down again. Step back again. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. And we breathe here. You're welcome to rest. Good. Hop on up or walk to the top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. We sit in chair and we stand. Let's do it again. Sit in chair. Good. Up, over, forward folding. We look up. Step back. Top of push-up. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Back up. Hands up. Hands in prayer again. Looking up, lengthening up. If you feel like it, arching back a little bit. Nice. Hands up, back down, step back. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot. Warrior one. Back up. Hands again in prayer above the head. Looking up. Lengthening up. Maybe arching back. Great. Hands back down. Step back. Lower down, tight, up dog, down dog, resting if you like. Good. Hop or walk, top of the mat. We look up, we forward fold, we sit in chair, and we stand. One more with warrior two. Sit in chair again. Good. Come on all the way up and over. We look up, step back, strong. Lower down, up dog, down dog. Warrior two on the right. Right foot steps. We want to be heel to heel aligned, so we're stepping almost where the hand was. Arms out over the legs, over the heels. Tight core, light shoulders, staring at the fingers in front of us and breathing. Turn the right hand so the palm faces the ceiling. As light as you can, put the left hand on the back leg. And then we arch back just for a moment. Good. Cartwheel the hands again, top of the mat. Step back. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. And left side, left foot stepping. Warrior two. Back up. Breathing. Looking at the fingers in the front. Turn the left palm, the hand in front to face the ceiling. Right hand lightly back, arching back. Great. Hands back down, step back. Lower down, up dog, down dog, and nice. Let's stay here breathing. Good. Walk or jump, top of the mat. We look up, we forward fold. Let's sit in chair. We're going to stay here a little bit. Let's twist chair tonight. Right elbow outside of left, hands in prayer, pull in towards the chest, fingers towards the face. You're welcome to open the arms, keep your tail pointing back and the crown of your head pointing forward. You can look at the feet or the ceiling. So let's forward fold, just resting, hanging like a break. Good, so sit in chair again and let's do the opposite side. Most of us will be left elbow outside, hands in prayer, pull in. Feel that tail pointing straight back, crown of the head forward, breathing. If you open the arms on the other side, please do the same. Good. Straighten the legs. Take the feet apart about the distance of your hips, your shoulders. Grab prayer or elbows, and we're going to hang down. You can bounce if you like. I'm just going to move a little bit circles so I can get my shoulder joint happening. And opposite circles with the holding the elbows. Good. Peace fingers to the ceiling on the in-breath. On the out-breath, all the way down. We're going to come under the big toes. It's all right to bend the legs. Thumbs touch on the inside. Elbows pull away. Lengthen the back to the crown of your head, to the mat. Let everything fall off your back. Let everything fall out of your head. Just keep breathing. Great. Touch the ceiling again. And then all the way down, each hand under each foot from the front. It's okay to bend the legs. Top of the head down, breathing. If you want more action, pull up on the feet. Breathing all the time. Good. Let's stand and return the feet back together. Big toes touching again. Let's turn the thumbs out. Let's just take a couple breaths standing here. You can kind of scan the body if you want, starting from the feet. Come on, all the way up through the knees, the quads, the hips, the core, the fingers, the elbows, the shoulders, the head. Good, let's sit in chair again. And up over into that forward fold. We look up, we step back, top of push-up, lower down or drop, up dog, down dog, warrior two on the right foot steps almost to the wrist there. Left foot turns out flat, heel to heel, arms out. Let's hold again. Breathing, looking at the fingers in front of us. Good. Straight the leg in the front. I'm going to shorten the stance about an inch. And then we're going to reach out and triangle. Right hand down, left arm up. You could have palms facing out and away. The legs are mostly straight. We're breathing, looking either at the reaching hand or down at the foot. So we notice that we're getting stacked over the leg. Let's breathe here. Good. Both hands on the shin. Let's shorten the stance. And if you want to lengthen out a little bit, you can, but then we're going to twist. Left hand either on the shin, back of the hand outside of the leg, gripping the right big toe into the mat. We're going to twist as much or as little as you want. You can look at the foot. You can try to look up at the reaching hand. Just a moment longer. And good. Hands back down. Step back. Top of push-up. Lower down. Up dog. Down dog. And left side stepping warrior two. Back up, heel to heel aligned. wrist to wrist, looking at the fingers, breathing, light shoulders. Straight the leg in the front. I'm going to shorten the stance just a tiny bit. Reach out, triangle. Left hand down, right arm up. Palms facing out, looking to the reaching hand or to the foot. Breathing. Lengthening the spine, tail to crown of head. Good, both hands on the shin. We'll shorten the stance a couple of inches on this one. Right hand down. You can put the back of the hand again. We're trying to rotate this shoulder under and through. The other arm up. Try to keep the legs straight. It's a very difficult pose. Focus on the breath. Focus on lengthening the tail to the crown of your head. And great. Hands back down. Step back again. Lower down. Up dog. And down dog. And great. Let's stay here. And walk or hop. Top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. We sit in chair again. And we stand just like we began. Shoulders back, tight core. Let's do the second half of the standing series. We sit in chair again. Good. Up, over, forward, fold. We look up. We step back to that same push-up. We lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Right side. Warrior two again. Let's hit it and stay here for a couple breaths. We're going to do extended side angle by taking the center of the right forearm and placing it on the knee. Left arm up and over. You can look along the armpit to the ceiling. Those of you that want to can put the right hand on the ground. Otherwise, here we are, breathing in the long angle. Good. Back up to warrior two. Let's again turn the right palm to face the ceiling. This time the left hand is coming around the back. You can grab the shirt, the pocket of the leg. Hold the core tight and we'll arch back. We're going to hold a little bit longer on this one. Keep the knee over the ankle in the front. Great. Cartwheel the hands, top of the mat. Step back, lower down, up dog, down dog, and left side. Warrior two. Stay here and breathe, looking at the fingers in front of us. Great. Side angle, center of the left arm now on the knee, right arm up and over. We'll stay here. You could put whatever you did on the other side, let's just do the same. Good. Back up to warrior two. Hand in the front faces the ceiling. Hand in the back comes around the back. Hold the core, don't move the knee in the front. Arch back, and we'll hold here. Great, cartwheel the hands, top of the mat again. Lower down. Up dog. And down dog. Let's step right foot into horse. We want the toes splayed, the legs are bent and opening out. Let's push the walls out today. Those of you that want to can come up on the toes for a little more work. And we're going to breathe here. All right, let's stand, turn the feet to run straight forward. I like the distance of the elbows as a good starting for the feet to be under. And anyways, we're reaching straight up so that we can come straight down, hands under the shoulders, and we'll breathe here. If you want to put the hands down flat, you're welcome to. If it's real hard to forward fold, take the feet further apart. Bring the top of the head towards down, and then let it happen wherever it's going to happen. Just breathe and let the body stretch. Good, back up. Arms all the way out. Bring the hands behind the tail. And then let's forward fold. Lifting the arms up off the body. The hands behind the tail are fingers interlaced with the palms together. We'll take a few more breaths here in the forward fold. And back up. Touch the ceiling. Back down. We grab the shins, ankles, or big toes with the peace fingers. Legs straight, elbows pulling away, top of the head down, or just hold the shins. Good, stay down low, both hands over to the right, bring the nose towards the knee and rotate the left shoulder under and through. And over to the other side. Good. Let's stand. We're going to do all this next section forward facing rather than pivoting like I normally do. So the right foot will be remaining in the front, and the left foot just back about 3.5 feet, real short, but turned out as normal, still heel to heel, but a shorter stance. We bring the arms behind the back. You can grab elbows or reverse prayer. And then we're just going to do a simple forward fold into pyramid, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. Now you could stay in pyramid, and those of you that want to come along, I'm going to go into warrior 3. Just standing on one foot, trying to keep that leg straight, trying to put the left leg straight back behind you. And for Ardha Chandrasana, we'll put the right hand down and then the left arm straight up. You can look at the floor, you can look at the reaching hand, which is pretty difficult. Ah. And just for a moment, we'll switch the hands. And then let's stand and let's shake it out. All right, so left foot now in the front, right foot stepping back just for that the mini stance, but the same as the long stance. And arms out again, behind the back, elbows are reverse prayer. We look up, and again we fold down, legs straight, nose towards the knee. If your nose gets to the knee, lift the head and look at your foot. So then your chin will kind of eventually sit on the shin. I don't have to worry about that. Good, and those of you that like, let's hop onto that front foot for warrior 3. And left hand down, right arm up. The hand down is the same side as the leg down, in case anything got switched. Excellent. Switch the hands just for a moment. And let's stand again. Let's shake it out again. So I'm going to do a front quad stretch. If you want to do King Dancer, you're welcome to. I like this one because it's good for the lower back. We're going to bend the right leg and just grab the right ankle with the right hand and let the knee. We're going to actively reach the knee down as we actively reach the left arm opposite side straight up. Those of you that want to do King Dancer, like I said, welcome to. Otherwise, we'll just stay here. Great, let that down and let's please do the other side. Standing on the right, we lift the left and straight down with the knee, straight up with the opposite arm. Breathing here, lengthening through the top of the leg as best as we can. Great, let it down, step it out. We're going to stand on the left foot. We are going to do tree, lifting the right foot up, locking it, or putting it out in the front, hands to the heart, or all the way up with the arms. I'm staying at the heart, out in the front, looks like that. I'm going to do this one tonight. Let's breathe here. Stay on the left foot, bring the right knee straight forward, just the same as the standing foot. Take the opposite hand tonight, so left grabs right. You can stay here with the hand on the hip. You could reach back, you could look back, you could come and grab the big toe, extending the leg. Please stand up tall. Just hold the knee if you prefer. That's what I'm going to do, and we're going to stay here and breathe. Good, let it down, step it out. And we stand on the right foot for tree. Left leg comes up. I use the hand to pull it up there. Then it locks, hands to the heart, or all the way up again. I'm staying heart today. Woo. Breathe. Good, left leg out in front, foot dangling initially. Right hand grabs the knee, so it's opposite, hand on the hip. You could stay here, all the other stuff. You could extend the leg, you could reach back, you could look back and extend the leg. And we'll just breathe here on one foot. All right, let's come down to a squat. I'm going to do it right here today, slightly out of frame. I'm going to push the knees into the elbows. We're going to lengthen up the back. Those of you that want to do a crow or headstand are welcome to. Just take a few more breaths here. Good, so I'm going to double up my mat so that we can come down onto the knees. If your knees are okay with this one back, that's fine. Knees are 2 fists apart. And then shoulders under wrists. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. Let the belly drop down as you breathe out, arch the back. Just moving. Good, back to center. Let's look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then over to the left side, see the tail. And then we are going to just push ourselves up to being on the knees. So go super easy. If you're really flexible in the back, then there's a lot of different things you can do, but most of us are just going to take it easy. We're going to do a camel. We're going to take the thumbs and put them in the back with the fingers towards the front. We're going to bring the elbows together and maybe just look at the ceiling. Now there's a mild arch back in that. Now I'm up on the toes, which is where you want to start unless you already know where you're going. So if you wanted to, you could put your fingertips down on the heels. And since we're up on the toes, it's not that far. Look at the ceiling, tighten the legs. If the feet are down flat, it's further, you know where to go. And let's come all the way forward and do more cat-cow. I always like cat-cow before and after that pose, because otherwise it can be a bit much. Good, let's look over the right shoulder again, and over the left shoulder again. And let's step the right foot top of the mat so that we can do our twist. But for now, right foot up there at the top and arms all the way up. Good. Let the hips hang down. That right foot could go a little further forward. And then left arm outside of right leg. Right leg does not move. Hands in prayer pull in towards the chest, fingers up to the face. You look at the foot in front of you right here on the ground, or you look up to where the elbow is pointing. You could straight the left leg, coming all the way up if you want. We're going to breathe. Good. Let's put the hands down and step back. So we're going to do the other side. Left foot stepping. Good. Take your time, set it up. And then arms all the way up again. You can step that left foot further forward if you like. And let's take the right elbow outside of the left leg, hands in prayer, pull in, turn the fingers to the face. You could stay here. You could roll back on the ball of the back foot, bringing the leg straight in the back, and let's breathe. Great. Hands down again. If you rolled all your mat up a bunch, let's unroll it. I'm going to stack these up. And we're going to step back, top push-up again. Tighten the core. We're going to lower down, up dog, down dog, and then point the right foot up over the back wall. We'll breathe here. Keep the hands flat and wide and maybe engage with the fingertips. You can bend that leg, opening the hip up, pointing the knee to the ceiling. Keep the right armpit down, and then throw that shin up to the top of the mat. The left leg can scooch further back. We'll look up through the third eye, and then maybe just hands down, kind of sphinxy, or down onto the elbows. I always bring the hands together and then put my forehead sometimes right on those hands. And we're going to breathe here. You see the knee is slightly outside of the right ribs and the foot is pointing out to the left, but it could come forward if you wanted more. All righty, let's step back again, top push-up. You could shake the right leg if you like. Let's run the vinyasa. Up dog, down dog, and then left leg up. We'll hold it. Bend that leg, open up the hip with pointing the knee up. Keep the left armpit down. And then throw through like we did on the other side, knees still outside the center line, so it'll come outside the ribs. We look up third eye, hands down, forearms down. You can lengthen all the way out if you like. Lots of breathing, focusing as much as you can on the breath and breathing into the tension in the body, likely near the hip, but breathe, focus on the breath, focus on the body. All right, one more time, hands back down, step back. You could shake that leg. We drop down, up dog, down dog, and let's please sit. We are going to straddle the legs out. Okay, with the breath, we're going to breathe in, reaching up. We're going to breathe out and fold to the right. Back up, breathing in, holding out and breathing out to the left. And as a yoga teacher once told me, not just once, over and over, please. He didn't say please though. Out breath on all the downward folds. Let's touch the ceiling and then bring the arms down, and it feels so right to bring the soles of the feet together right here, like we're doing almost the opposite movement. And that's a lot of this, open, closed, especially in the standing sequence. So left hand grabs the small toes, right hand on top. You want to sit up real tall. If it's hard to sit up tall, you got to bring the feet in a little closer. You want to feel tension in the arms and the shoulders that pull back and down and reach the top of the head to the ceiling. You could butterfly, you could stay still. These legs are supposed to be trying to push out towards the floor. That's about as far as mine are going tonight. Good, let's forward fold, pushing the elbows against the legs, folding either your face or your heart out towards the feet. So the heart is a little more difficult for me, but it gets me more where I want to be gotten. So breathe and listen to your body. Here's the thing, you don't want to go for the easy, you want to go where it's like you're like, oh, I can't really get this happening. That's where you want to go and kind of breathe into that and stretch a little bit of that. Because if it's easy, then we don't really need to do it. Good, back up. Let's put the legs out in front of us. You could shake them around a little bit. And let's do our twist, which seems long overdue. We're gonna bend that right leg. We're gonna hug it in. We're gonna take the left arm, grabbing that leg, and right hand 6 inches behind you. See the fingers pointing straight away. Pull the shoulder back, head gently looks back, going with the flow of the twist. You can also put the elbow outside, lengthen up, get a little tall, and breathe. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Right leg out, left foot in. Right arm's going to grab that leg, and then sitting behind you with the hand, and then gently looking back. And if you want the elbow outside again, you're welcome to. Good. Back around, the electric big wheel is back. We're going to have both legs bent. We're going to bring the arms underneath the legs, and we're going to roll back onto the tail. You could stay right here. You could have the arms straight out, pull the shoulders back if possible. You could straighten the legs. You could bring hands in prayer to the toes or to the third eye. We'll take a few breaths here. You could even keep the arms straight out. Lots of different ways to do the arms. Very nice. Cross the legs. Sit up really tall. Shoulders back and down. Top of the head up. And 2 of 5. Back up, please. Cross the legs. Sit up tall. And 3 of 5. Back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Ooh, almost lost count. 4 of 5, back up. Hug it in, shoulders down. All right, all the way, 5 of 5. Good, hug it in, and we're gonna lie back to set up bridge and whatever else you wanna do out of bridge. So, feet 2 fists apart again. Longest finger not quite touching the heel. We lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the hips up to the ceiling. Most of us will stay here. Those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to. We're gonna breathe. Great, come on down. Hug the knees into the chest. Grab the shins and really pull them down and bring your nose up to the knees. Good. For those of you who want to, we're going upside down. We're going to do plow and shoulder stand, but you're also welcome to go against the wall and just lay down and put your legs up the wall. I love that one. But I'm going to demo plow and shoulder stand. Hopefully some of us are already in plow, but we kick the feet up and over the head. You can intertwine fingers with arms down or hands on the back. We'll take a few breaths here. Want to see if you can bring the elbows in the distance of your shoulders so they're similar. It may not be possible, but we try. And then we lift the feet straight up into the sky. I put the feet more over the elbows, so that's where the weight sits. So the weight is in the elbows and shoulders mostly. Bend the legs, bring the knees down towards your ears, and reach back, grab the soles of your feet, and lower yourself into dead bug with the soles of the feet facing the ceiling. And you can rock around, head stays down. Great, bring the knees into the chest again. Keep the head down, and then like you got pencils pointed up at your ceiling, we're gonna draw circles on the ceiling. One direction here at first. And then the opposite direction. All right, back to center, arms out like a T. We take a breath in. As we breathe out, we let the knees fall to the right. We can put the right hand on the knees, and we look to the left where the reaching hand is. And all the way back up and all the way over to the other side. Left hand can hold the legs down. The right hand is straight out of the shoulder. And we look at that hand that is reaching away from us. Continuing the long and deliberate breath. Good, come back to center, hug your knees into the chest, thank yourself for coming out, and then go ahead and lay down and make yourself as comfortable as possible. I'm gonna temporarily mute myself. All righty. Let's move at the fingers and toes a little bit. You can rotate at the wrists and the ankles. And then stay laying down. Just reach long as you can, fingers way back so the back of your hands are on your floor, and then lengthen the toes forward and hold your core down. Really lock the core down. Good. Bring the knees into your chest and roll yourself up to a seated position. Once sitting, you are, bring your, okay. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center, rubbing them together a little bit. All right, hang on. Yes, I did mute myself so that the sirens would not be in your final rest. All right, arms all the way up. We're going to take a big breath in. We're going to breathe in more. We're going to breathe in more. We're going to hold tight legs, tight core, and then let everything out. All righty, you're living your dream. Don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out tonight on this Wednesday. Let me do my sign off. It's danieloverberger.com, and you can find my links to PayPal and Venmo under the donate button there. I appreciate everyone's donations for this class, and yay! All right, Monday and Wednesday. Thank you, John. We're here every Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to stop the recording, but I'm going to hang out for a little bit.